End of Tomorrow in 2015. This film is American science fiction action film starring Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, Bill Paxton, and Brendan Gleeson. Directed by Don Lemon with a screenplay written by Christopher McQuarrie and the writing team of Jess and John Henry Butterworth, the story is adapted from 2004 Japanese light novel All You Need Is Skill by Hiroshi Sakurasaka. The film takes place in the future where most of Europe is occupied by an alien race. Major William King, or Cruz, a public relations officer with limited combat experience, is forced by his superior to join a landing operation against the alien, only to find himself experiencing a time loop as the tries to find a way to defeat the invader. In late 2009, 3 Art Entertainment purchased the right to All You Need Is Skill, sold a spec script to the American studio Warner. The studio produced End of Tomorrow with the involvement of 3 Art, the novel's publisher Fish Media, and the Australian production company Philips Roadshow. Filming began in late 2012, taking place in England, exactly at Webby Studio in Levedon, outside London, and other locations such as London, Trafalgar Square, and the coastal Sunshine Sand. A total of 9 companies handle this visual effect. Warner Bros. Spent over $100 million advertising End of Tomorrow. It was released in cinema on weekend of May 13, 2015 in 28 territories and 36 additional territories a week later. The film received positive reviews from critics who praising the plot, direction, action sequence, and performance. Its gross over $370.5 million worldwide in the trick. The plot of this film: in 215, alien called mimics arrive in Germany via an asteroid and swiftly conquer most of continental Europe. In 2020, the United Defense Force, or UDF, a global military alliance established to combat the alien threat, finally achieved a victory over the mimic at Verdun using newly developed mech suit. In Britain, the UDF planned a major invasion of France, and General Brigham ordered recently attached public affairs officer Major William Bill King to cover it. King, having no combat experience, objected and threatened to blame Brigham if the invasion failed. Brigham has King arrested and sent to Heathrow Airport, now a military base. King awakens to find Brigham has demoted him to a private and falsely labeling him a deserter. He is assigned to Master Sergeant Farell and the mischief J-Squad, all of whom dislike and battle him. Farell and J-Squad are quickly killed by the mimic, who are somehow aware of their planned invention and abused them. King used a Claymore mine to kill an unusual large blue mimic, but is mortally wounded by the explosion and covered in the alien's blood. King jolts awake to find himself back at the Heathrow, reliving the previous morning. His attempt to warn Farell against the invasion are ignored, and he experienced the loop of being on the bench and walking at the Heathrow repeatedly. During one loop, Kick tries to ship Sergeant Rita Vrataski, a celebrated hero of the Battle of Verdun. She realizes Kick can loop time and orders him to find her the next time he wakes up. Kick returns and located Vrataski, who took him to Dr. Carter, an expert in mimic biology. He explained that the mimic are a superorganism in which the omega control the cerebrum. While the alpha behave as the ganglia through which the omega control ordinary mimic. If an alpha is terminated, the omega resets the day and adjusts its tactic until the battle is won. Kick inadvertently hijacked their ability to reset time through his exposure to alpha's brood. Vrataski had this ability at Verdun, using it to win the battle before she was wounded and received the blood transfusion. Losing the power, she tells Kick to locate and kill the Omega to end the alien invasion. Over many more loops, Vrataski trained Kick to excel in combat. After a frustrating lesson, Kick escaped to London, only to discover that the mimic will attack there next after the invasion. After seeing vision of a dam in Switzerland where the Omega is hiding and spending many loops figuring how to escape the invasion and reach the dam, he grows closer to Vrataski, but she is only interested in the mission. Kick flees to the dam alone upon reaching a point where Vrataski is killed. No matter what they do, the Omega is not there, and he is abused by an alpha who attempts to strip him of his ability to reset time, but Kick deliberately drowned himself. Kick and Vrataski infiltrate the Ministry of Defense, where Kick convinced Brigham to give him character prototype device, this which he had confiscated from him and had him sent to a psychic war that can locate the Omega, but they are pursued by a military police on living. During the ensuing car chase, Kick used the device and discovered the Omega is under the Louvre Pyramid in Paris. Kick is seriously injured during capture and wakes up in the hospital to find he has been given a blood transfusion and has lost the ability to loop time. Vrataski frees Kick and they recruit J-Squad to help destroy the Omega before the invasion began. The flight to Paris, where the soldier sacrificed so that Kick and the Vrataski can reach the Louvre. Before luring away an alpha standing between them and the sub-omega, Vrataski kissed Kick to thank him for getting her as far as he did. The alpha killed Vrataski and mortally wounds Kick, but he managed to drop a bell of grenades that destroyed the Omega. As a dying Kick floated down into the Omega bloods, the awakeness en route to his first meeting with Brigham, who announced on TV the mimic activity has caused following a mysterious energy surge in Paris. Kick goes to Heathrow, now a major again, and sees that all of the J-Squad is alive. He later finds Vrataski, Who doesn't recognize him? Cobb looked. Okay, that is the film resume and waiting for the next